So today we have a young lady who's travelled from America to Australia. She's originated out of Peru.
Have you travelled to any other country in the last 6 months?
In the last 6 months? Oh, yes, United States.
Okay.
All South American countries are high risk for cocaine. So today we're going to go through her bags and just make sure she has nothing of any concern to us.
It's the woman's first visit to Australia, and she is travelling alone. Officers are immediately suspicious as a search of her handbag reveals a pipe, which she claims is for smoking marijuana.
Do you know if you can smoke anything else with this? It's just...
For weed.
Yeah.
Just leave it here.
Marijuana pipes are allowed to be brought into Australia, but with her admission that she does smoke the drug, Supervising Officer Mark is not taking any chances with this passenger.
So we're going to go through the rest of her bags this morning to make sure she has nothing of further concern to the Australian Border Force and to make sure that her story checks out.
I'm just going to take a swab from your phone.
Yeah.
A swab test will reveal traces of any other drugs that the woman may have been in contact with. And while the test is carried out back at the bench, she is becoming increasingly unhappy about the search.
It's because I'm Peruvian?
No, because you've just made admissions that you used.
What?
You've just made admissions that you've used drugs while overseas?
No, yes, but I'm asking why you stopped me.
Well, this is my job because I speak to passengers, coming here for first time.
I know, but that always happened to Peruvians, Colombians.
Yeah, I can't comment on that.
It's a shame, but it's okay.
All right. I'll just, once I'm done,
It's okay.
then, yeah.
It's your job.
Just doing my job, yeah. I appreciate you understand.
Yes, it's okay. It's just sad.
She may not like it, but the swab test result confirms that officers have good reason to be concerned about this passenger. In Sydney, a biosecurity officer has pulled aside this woman as they suspect she may be carrying restricted items which she's failed to declare.
This passenger has come in from China. This is the bag in question. As you can see, lots of organic material that certainly looks like a food substance. So we're going to open this bag and check what it is.
But first, Officer Warwick wants to check that the woman has understood the importance of declaring food on her passenger card.
This is your card? Okay, you understand the questions?
Yeah,
And you've said no to everything?
yeah.
Okay, but you have a lot of food items in here. Okay? This is mushroom?
Yeah.
Mushroom is part of a plant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It comes off a little plant.
Yeah, okay.
But question 7 says parts of plants, doesn't it? These are nuts.
No.
Yes, some little nuts in there. No nuts. This is mango.
Yeah, dry mango.
Mango is a fruit. You didn't mark question 6 as fruit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Look, lots of fruit. Then you didn't tick. What is this?
Chinese tea.
Yeah, it might be Chinese tea,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of plant material.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Chinese tea. This the health
What's that one? What does that come off? A plant?
dry.
Yeah, but it comes off a plant, doesn't it?
The woman struggles to accept the fact that she should have declared her food.
You've got a lot of items you haven't ticked.
Oh, sorry.
Well, unfortunately, sorry's not good enough.
In Melbourne, Border Force officers have stopped an Indian national who has just spent 3 months in Australia with his wife and child, and they are now returning after a quick 3-day trip to Bali to renew their tourist visas.
In this instance, he applied for a visa for the purpose to see his brother who lives in Perth, and I'm concerned that he's to spend a long time in Australia and can't really account for what he was doing in Australia. He couldn't list any activities that he undertook when he was here last with his family.
His wife and child have already been immigration cleared, but officers need to clarify a few issues before deciding if the man will be allowed to join them.
Okay. You mentioned to me that you have some family in Australia.
Yep, my younger brother.
Okay. Do you have any plans to see your brother?
No, we don't talk
don't?
after his marriage. We don't have good relations.
Oh, okay. So how long have you not been talking with him?
Maybe one last year.
His lack of contact with his brother is a concern, but it's not the only one.
You mentioned to me out on the line that you have a business in India, a scrap metal business.
Yep.
Can you please explain to me the purpose of your trip today in relation to this scrap metal business that you're undertaking while you're in Australia?
We just make relation with the scrap exporters here. Then after that we start. It will take 2-3 months to start this business.
What were you last doing in Australia? Didn't you complete that 2-3 months
No, not
worth of
yet.
work?
Not yet. Because it's hard to find some time.
He claims he had no time on his previous visit, but Officer Lucy has found text messages indicating what he was really up to.
I found some evidence in your phone to suggest that you may have been undertaking activities that are not supported by your current visa conditions. So what do you have to say to that?
This South American woman has already admitted that she smokes marijuana after a pipe was located in her handbag. And a swab taken from her mobile phone indicates she may also have been in contact with narcotics.
We've got a positive reading for cocaine at this stage. It seems to be a fairly high reading. We'll question the passenger further about this.
But suddenly the woman changes her story and admits marijuana is not the only drug she has used back home in Peru.
How often do you use cocaine?
Not too often. But it was my goodbye party, you know?
It was yours?
My goodbye party.
The swab we just took from your phone is come up as cocaine.
Yes.
So you've made admissions that you've used cocaine recently. Well, that gives me another reason to go through your bags.
Okay.
So I'll just do my job.
It's okay.
Just go through bags quickly.
It's because I use it to do it in my phone.
Yeah.
But no.
And just ask you again, are you carrying anything in your
No,
bags,
no.
on your body? No? Okay.
I can check.
Border Force officers will check, and they start by taking another swab, this time from the lining of her suitcase. And the result does little to allay their suspicions.
So at this point, we're not satisfied that the passenger is not carrying drugs either in her baggage or on her person.
After travelling offshore to renew his tourist visa, this man is now returning with his wife and child to spend another 3 months in Australia. But Border Force officer Lucy has found information on his phone indicating he may have worked illegally on his last visit.
I found some evidence in your phone to suggest that you may have been undertaking activities that are not supported by your current visa conditions. So what do you have to say to that?
Yes, I agree. I work in farms sometimes.
You do?
Yep, sometimes.
These messages are indicating that it seems like a full-time job for you.
Where?
Hello, boss. I don't have a car today. Please take me possible. So this is you asking for a lift to work. You're apologising for being late. Then there's a message saying, see you tomorrow at 3. I've actually got photos in here of you working in the farm. Is that you? Is that your gumboot?
Yep, lettuce farm.
Lettuce farm. So how often did you work at these farms?
I work only 1 month here.
Only 1 month.
Yeah.
And how much did you earn?
They give only $100 per day.
It's a serious breach of the no work condition on his tourist visa.
And actually stopped searching your phone because there was just so much evidence in there that I didn't need to go any further.
His family is waiting for him outside, but they can't be reunited just yet.
You haven't declared anything here. What is this?
Chinese tea, Chinese tea.
Yeah, it might be Chinese.
This passenger arriving from China failed to declare, but biosecurity officers have uncovered an array of food items in her suitcase.
I don't know what's in here. We have a lot of plant material.
Maybe the check it. Okay, no worry.
Maybe I check it.
Yeah,
I am going to check it. Look at that. Look at the seeds in there.
check it. No worry.
I'm not going to let this one come in because I'm not sure what's in there.
Organic material must be declared because of the potential threat from pests and diseases to Australian agricultural crops.
You understand that this is a legal document?
Louder, louder.
Yeah, you understand this is a declaration to the Australian government. It's a legal document.
Yeah, louder.
Okay, and it must be ticked correctly.
Maybe take the fix. Yes, yes.
No, it's too late now. You should have ticked this before you come into the country.
Officer Warwick is not satisfied this woman understands the significant risk she has posed to Australia's biosecurity by failing to declare.
I think that if she doesn't get fined, she might tend to think that's the norm, and we don't want that to happen.
This young South American woman says she has come to Australia to study English for the next 6 months. But Border Force officers have concerns she may be concealing narcotics after 2 swab tests have returned positive readings for cocaine.
Okay, that swab we took off your bag, it's come up positive for cocaine again.
How? It's impossible.
Well, you told me.
No, I don't know.
Why?
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, the machine...
This is the bag of my dad. My
That's-
dad's bag. So I mean, he gave it to me to use it here, but
whose bag did you say?
my dad.
The suitcase is taken to be x-rayed to check for any concealments, and the image is clear. But a second bag is opened at the bench and an unusual item is located in the front pocket.
From my room.
Looks quite well used.
Yes, I put it in my room.
As a precaution, a swab is taken from the sign, and it returns the strongest reading for cocaine so far.
3 readings of cocaine is a concern to us because it indicates either continuous use or regular use of cocaine.
Officers are now convinced this passenger is not telling them everything. Despite her failure to declare, biosecurity officers have found a large collection of restricted food in this woman's suitcase. And now Officer Warwick uncovers a virtual fish market in her bag.
What is this?
Dry prawn.
Prawn.
Yeah, dry prawn.
Seafood. There's prawns, dried prawns, there's scallops, more dried prawns. Can you see the question seafood in here?
Seafood? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Well, you've got too much food here and not declared. What's this one here? This is prawn, is it?
Yeah.
And you haven't declared this either? Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Being apologetic is no defence and won't prevent the passenger from getting a fine.
Certain items we asked to be declared on this card and you haven't done it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You are going to be fined $180
Okay, I'm sorry.
for not declaring. So next time you come in with food, you tick yes. Okay? Good.
Sorry. Next time. Yes.
Yes.
And once she's paid her fine, the passenger is on her way.
Her bag was absolutely full of food items that she hadn't declared. We had to give her a fine to make sure that next time she won't do it again.
I've actually got photos in here of you working in the farm. Is that you? Is that your gumboot?
Yep, lettuce farm.
Lettuce farm.
This Indian man is hoping to re-enter Australia on his tourist visa. But after suspicious text messages were found on his phone, he has admitted to Border Force officer Lucy that he worked illegally on his previous visit.
So can you confirm what your visa conditions are on your current visa?
I don't know as much as for my visa, but I know I can't work.
Okay, so you knew you can't work yet you still did. Was there a reason why you did that?
Not for money, but just, pass there some time.
If I hadn't have pulled you aside today, would you have gone back to work today?
No, not yet.
Wait, tomorrow?
No, not farm job.
All right, well, how do I know that?
What can I say on this?
Yeah.
I can't prove for future.
Okay.
Yeah.
With this response, Officer Lucy has little choice but to take the next step.
All right, so this is a notice of intention to consider the cancellation of your subclass 600 visa.
He will be given a final chance to convince Border Force officers why his visa should not be cancelled.
So if a decision is made not to cancel your visa, you will be immigration cleared and allowed to enter Australia and obviously reunited with your wife and child.
But there is no guarantee this man will be seeing his family anytime soon. This South American woman has told Australian Border Force officers that she very occasionally uses cocaine. But that doesn't explain why a number of her personal items are returning high readings for the narcotic.
Yeah, you've got a positive reading for cocaine off the sign. I'm just going to go take it in and close look at it.
Yeah, no.
What is it?
That swab we took off this thing, it's come up as cocaine again.
How?
Yeah,
That's
well,
impossible.
you need to tell me, yeah.
No,
I can't
I
tell.
think you're lying to me.
But what I can do is just run
I use
further
that
test.
to put it in my room.
Yeah, I don't know, but you need to tell me why.
Well, I don't know why.
Okay, so we just have to continue
Okay.
our testing.
Okay.
Both of the woman's suitcases and her backpack are x-rayed and no concealments are found. But Border Force officers believe she may not be telling the whole story.
3 swabs we've taken, they've all come up as cocaine. Well, that's not something which we would expect.
Okay.
So I would like you to tell me why. So do you use it on a regular basis, cocaine?
I use it like more than twice a month. But I have a lot of friends in Peru that use it.
Regular contact with the drug provides some explanation for the positive readings.
Yeah, so you've been through everything. There's nothing there.
No.
That's good. So,
But officers are still suspicious and decide to conduct a frisk search.
we've done a frisk search to make sure that she's got nothing there.
The search is complete and officers are satisfied the woman is not carrying anything illegal, so she is now free to go.
She no longer presents a risk to the border, so she'll be entering Australia today.
That's it?
That's it. Thank you. You can keep that.
Border Force officers in Melbourne must decide if they will allow this Indian passenger to enter Australia today.
He confirmed that he has a brother in Perth, which is the reason why he got granted the visa, but he says they're no longer in contact. He can't confirm how much money he's got. He thinks he's got about $400 on his credit card. He did say that he is here to source metal for his metal company, but he admitted that he has been working at farms.
But it's not a clear-cut decision, as his dependent wife and child are waiting for him outside. He now has a final chance to convince Officer Lucy why he should be allowed to join them.
Okay, go ahead. What were the reasons you want me to take into consideration before I make a decision today?
Yeah, I really apologize that I break rules. And I really apologize. I'm sorry about that. That I try to work here. I never try again this.
After considering the facts, Officer Lucy makes a final decision.
So I have weighed up the factors that have brought you to Australia today. I've taken into consideration that you have a wife and child also in Australia, but in consideration that you have insufficient funds to support you and your family here, And the fact that you previously breached your visa conditions has led me to the decision to cancel your visa. Okay, so your visa has now been cancelled. I am refusing you immigration clearance.
The next time the passenger is reunited with his family will be back home in India.
So I made a decision to cancel because he doesn't really have sufficient funds. I think there is an incentive for him to continue working and to continue to breach his visa conditions again on this entry.